Amangla. Power to the people. Power to the people. Welcome.
Black Power. Yes. Salute to everybody here, man. Happy African Liberation Day 2018. My name is Fodia General Mensuray. Call me by my name or call me by Big JC. I'm here on behalf of my organization as well as the Pan-African Coalition. I'm very grateful for being here. This is really an opportunity for me. Every time I'm able to grab the microphone before my people and talk to you differently, not in the language that you're used to every day, but I know say Salon man, strikingly intelligent. You're able to keep up. You're able to keep up. I done team up here 5 years, I sabi. Even the small one on the streets able to keep up. You know that? So one thing that I want to really talk about today in terms of history and culture, I mean, don't take it wrong. I want to talk about myself. It makes sense? Yeah. Can I talk about myself a little bit? Yeah. Okay, I'll talk about myself with just smaller. Okay, now me, I just heard my brother talk about America. 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 We all hear that word all the time, man. America, 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 America. Yeah. I don't tire for that name. Me, I born there, I tire. You know, I just run to pass mark. I just talk to you small on the Creole, and until I'm 5 years, I get for try. You know, So, my name, again, is Fodia General Mensuray. It's an honorable name. You sabi that name down there? Fodia General Mensuray. Now, Mendigo name. Me na Mendigo boy picking. But, because of history, I got separated from the people down. My ancestors got separated from here. This land, Salon. Some of them, they return to Salon, they come here, they took flag, boop, na Freetown, me Nagala, Gichi. If you don't sabi what's in Nagala, Gichi, you have to go back to your history class. I tell you, because we relate to this country, to lineage, land, legacy, and future. You understand that? We always talk about the boundaries that separate us. Those boundaries aren't always physical. But in this case, that boundary is physical. That boundary is the Atlantic Ocean. You understand that? Now, big boundary, my ancestors, they're not able to swim back. Yourself, you're not able to go find weed. You understand that? Can you help you understand what I did talk, I did talk about the relationship where I got with all of you now. And the rest of Africa to you now. You understand? As an American-born man, yeah. Well, I trace my roots back to Salon and the Mendigo people. I go to a village, they give me name, Agladi. Agladi bad. Agladi bad. Hey, Agladi say I cry. Now I pray that in 2015, I go to a village, just my spirit take me, say go. I go there. They're ready for me. No plan, nothing. But they're ready for me. You know, So, all that to say this, take me out of the context. Collectively, as the brother was saying, there was a slave trade, quote unquote. I won't say that. I'll say what Baba Father Elijah says. There was no slave trade. There was a European invasion of Africa. And that invasion led to the enslavement of many millions of Africans. You understand, right? Yeah, sure. Now, I only stand here as one before you. But there's many there where they can come and verify this fact if you don't believe. You understand that? It really happened to me. And the brother was just talking about economics. Can you imagine the impact that the slave trade had on the African economy? Yeah. Today, you know how many, when you say economy, the first value, now labor. Now labor. We always talk about the minerals, the fish, the work. Where's the work? The work matters. And especially the work that you don't get paid for. Now you got the most value, now the volunteerism. Because many of the problems we sit, we grumble about, we're able to solve them. 1 grand. You understand that? So the slave trade, it impacted the entire global economy. Because, you see, before the European ever came here, to this land, before Pedro de Sintra, Sierra Leone, they just come and rename the country. They just come and look at we land and rename them. They call Cameroon means little shrimp, small shrimp, the food we eat on. How you gonna call the country Cameroon? It don't make sense. It don't make sense. That's why Thomas Sankara changed Upper Volta to Burkina Faso, the land of upright man. You know that? And that goes to say that Africa, all of Africa, Africa itself, every inch, every one of us now upright before me. You understand that? So, history teaches us who we are. Culture is our expression of our history. We have lost our touch of our culture because we have abandoned our traditions. You hear that? Your culture is able to push your market, your economy. Promote your culture. I don't see anyone promoting the culture fine here. Except for Father Elijah, he doing big. Culture radio. Yes. So with that being said, man, I think that history is a teacher for us. We're talking about African liberation on this day, a very sacred day for us in the Pan-African liberation struggle from all around the world. I have comrades and friends and family all around the world who are doing the same or similar thing as we're doing right now at this moment in their own places. You understand? That's called unity. We don't have to be standing together in one place having one event to be united. It's the ideal. Pan-Africanism begins with the ideal that we are Africans, that we are all Africans. Pan means all. Today is a day for Africa. It's not a day for your tribe. It's not a day for your nation. Today not a day for Africa. And when you talk about Africa, you get to reflect also on what the brother was saying about the relationship between the white world or the Western world and the black world or the African world. Yes, I say world because we have communities on the continent and abroad. So we're all around the world. We're global people. We have one primary contradiction that we all have to solve. And that's the parasitic exploitation of Africa and African people worldwide. If we can't solve that in one place, we can solve it in no place. So let me start here. Because Freetown is the capital, historic capital of Pan-Africanism. Let me tell you now. You want to talk about Pan-Africanism, you get to go back and say, when did we, African people, begin to call ourselves African? When we add that to the identity?